If your children inherit your money tomorrow, will they know what to do with it? Or will it lead to confusion, anxiety, or even conflict in your family? Today, I'm going to walk through 4 principles that will answer the question, how can I make sure that my wealth benefits my posterity without creating problems? The first principle is giving wealth, not just money. Now, the dollars that you leave behind are important, but the habits, the principles, and the values that created the dollars are even more valuable. Giving wealth, not just money, means passing down your mindset and financial judgment and values, and not just the wealth that resulted from them. After all, we all know that teaching a man to fish is better than handing him a meal. No matter the approach that works best for your family, invest the time teaching your mindset, financial judgment, and the values that you have that will help them preserve and continue building what you created. Passing down these values doesn't happen by accident. It happens through conversations. And that brings us to the second principle, communicating with your family. To paraphrase Warren Buffett, if your kids read your will for the first time after you've already gone, then you've made a terrible mistake. Last year, Fidelity reported that while most parents had a plan in place, 68% had not shared the details with their children. And although almost everyone agrees that these conversations are important, nearly half still avoid them. Communication is crucial because it reduces uncertainty. There is no single right way to have these conversations, but let me stress that you don't need to be formal or complicated. The key is that the family members understand the basic architecture of the plan before it ever takes effect. What is in place, how it is structured, and what to expect when wealth is eventually transferred through wills, trusts, and other legal mechanisms. So once everyone is on the same page, the next question is simple. How does the wealth actually change hands? Well, transferring wealth doesn't happen automatically. The right combination of trusts, beneficiary designations, and estate planning documents should help it feel a little like dominoes. When you pass, you want a seamless chain reaction where each piece falls neatly into the next, like a quick, efficient domino setup. But here is the double-edged sword. If one domino is out of place, a wrong beneficiary, a conflicting legal document, or assets that were never included in your plan, this errant item can make the process much more difficult for your heirs or prevent your final goals from being fully realized. The best way to create these plans is to work with an experienced advisor who can align the legal structures with your intentions and make sure that nothing is left ambiguous or unintended. The right plan takes time and has a financial cost to set up, but done right, it has the potential to meaningfully impact the process later. Which leads us to the final point, safeguarding your wealth. Safeguarding wealth is about building systems that allow it to endure across time. That includes investment strategy, risk management, and governance structures that support disciplined decision-making as circumstances evolve. Let's give an example. Washington state imposes an estate tax on estates that exceed a certain exemption amount. That tax ranges from 10% to 20% and is at different levels. Each individual receives an estate tax exemption of approximately $3 million, and assets left to a surviving spouse generally qualify for an unlimited marital deduction, meaning that they can pass to the surviving spouse free of Washington estate tax. So let's consider a married couple with a combined net worth of $7 million, with all of their assets owned jointly. When the husband passes away, his $3.5 million interest passes to his wife free of estate tax because of the marital deduction we just talked about. However, when the wife later passes, she owns the entire $7 million estate. Without advanced planning, only her exemption, approximately $3 million, is available, leaving roughly $4 million potentially subject to Washington estate tax. With proper estate planning completed before the husband's death, much of his exemption could have been preserved. As a result, an additional $3 million of the family's wealth could have been sheltered from estate tax. Instead of having approximately $4 million exposed to estate taxes, the taxable amount could have potentially been reduced to $1 million. Now, safeguarding an additional $3 million from that tax, which ranges from 10 to 20%, can result in hundreds of thousands of dollars in tax savings. So will your wealth benefit your posterity without creating problems? For families thinking about long-term impact, the key is not a single decision. It's how these areas work together communication, structure, transfer, and preservation. If that's a conversation you're ready to have, it's worth coordinating it properly with the professionals who can help you work towards ensuring your plan is not only well designed, but durable over time. If you'd like to explore that, click the link below and schedule a conversation with me. I'm Dr. Brock Bennion for Kimball Creek Partners, and until next time, make it meaningful.